Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Bailey. I'm going to read you guys the book The Hobbit. Okie dokie. The Hobbit, or There and Back Again, by J.R.R. Tolkien. Oh, shit. I don't want to bend the pages. In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. Not a nasty, dirty, wet hole, nor yet a dry, bare and hole. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort. This hobbit hole was on a hill, as all the people for many miles around called it, and his name was Baggins. People considered the Baggins very respectable, not only because most of them were rich, but also because they never had any adventures or did anything unexpected. This is a story of how Baggins had an adventure and found himself doing and saying things altogether unexpected. What is a hobbit? I suppose hobbits need some description nowadays, since they had become rare and shy of the big people, as they call us. They are a little people, smaller than dwarfs. They are inclined to be fat in the stomach. They dress in bright colors and wear no shoes because their feet grow natural leathery soles. What was I? Naturally colored soles. And thick, warm, brown hair. I don't want to bend the book, man. Oh. The mother of this particular hobbit is Bilbo Baggins. That was the famous Belladonna Took. Ah, okay. Just let you know this. Just let you know, guys. This is the first time I read this book. I've had this book for at least the past, I don't know, 7 years, and I've never actually opened it. Yeah. So, anyways, where were we? Sorry. Once in a while, the members of the Took clan would go and have adventures. They discreetly disappeared, and the family hushed it up. The Tooks were not as respectable as the Baggins. It is possible that Bilbo Baggins' only son, although he looked and behaved like his father, took something a bit queer in his makeup from the Took side. Okay. Something that only wanted for a chance to come out. Anyways, that's a page I just read. Yeah. Interesting. Good morning. What do you mean? Do you wish me good morning, or that it is a good morning whether I want it or not? Or that you feel good this morning, or that it is a good morning to be good on? All of them at once, and very fine morning for a pipe of tobacco out of doors. Okay. Sit down and have a feel of mine. Very pretty, but I have no time to blow smoke rings this morning. I am looking for someone that shares in an adventure, and it is very difficult to find one. I should think so. In this part, we are plain, quiet folk, and have no use for adventures. Nasty describing uncomfortable things make you like a dinner. Good morning. We don't want any adventures. Here, thank you. That's the page I just read. Okay, hang on. Okay, where are we? What a lot of things you do use good morning for. Now you mean that you want to get rid of me, and that it won't be good till I move on. Not at all, my dog. Not at all, my dear sir. My dear sir. Let me see. I don't think I know your name. Yes, you do, Bilbo Baggins. Though you don't remember that I belong to it. I am Gandalf. No, I am Gandalf, and Gandalf means me. To think I should have lived to be good. Morngind by Belladonna Tuxum. Belladonna Tuxum. That's a weird name. As if I were selling buttons at the door. Gandalf, not the wandering wizard who used to tell such wonderful tales at the parties about dragons and goblins and giants and princesses and widows' sons. Not the Gandalf who was responsible for so many quiet lads and lasses going off into belly for mad adventures. I am pleased to find you remember something about me. I thought you would send. No, I thought I would. No, I thought I would send you on this adventure. True, this adventure. Sorry. Very amusing for me. Very good for you, and profitable too. Very likely if you ever get over it. Sorry. I don't want any adventures, thank you, said Bilbo. Good morning, but please, come to tea. Why not tomorrow? Come tomorrow. Goodbye, said Bilbo. Oh, I don't want to bend it. Oh my gosh, I'm bending the book. What on earth did I ask him for tea for? When tea time came the next day, Bilbo had almost forgotten about Gandalf. Good gracious me. Good gracious me, Gandalf. I am so sorry to keep you. Oh. Bellin at your service. Darwin at your service. Bilbo Baggins at yours. I am just about to take tea. Pray come and have some with me. May as well leave it open, Master Baggins, sorry. The others will be soon. Others, ? Gandalf, so you have got here at last. Keely at your service, and Feely. Come along in and have some tea. Someone at the door. Some 5 and should say by the sound. Dory at your service, and Nori, and Ori, and Orin, and Glorn. I don't mind some seed cake, if you have any. And for me. And raspberry jam and apple tart. And mince pies and cheese. And pork roast. And more cakes than ale and coffee, if you don't mind. Who is banging on my beautiful door? Ooh, who is it? Carefully, it is not like you, Bilbo, to keep friends waiting on the mat, and then open the door like a pop gun. Let me introduce Belfer, Bolfer, Bambor, and especially Thorn Oakenshield. Page 6. I am terribly sorry about this, You see, this is the most awkward Wednesday I have ever had. Pray don't mention it. Now we are all here. Quite a merry gathering. I hope there is something for the late comings to eat and drink. Oh, Pierre, the tea! Hush, let the thorn speak. Pardon me. Gandalf, Dorvish, and Master Baggins. We are met together in the house of our friend and fellow conspirator. This most excellent and audacious Hobbit. May the hair on his toes never fall out. All praise to this wine and ale. Follow conspirator? ? Said Bilbo. Oh, I'm bending the pages, man. Oh, okay. What was it? We are met to discuss our plans, our ways, means, policy, and devices. We shall soon, before the break of day, start on our long journey. A journey from which some of us may never return. May never return, said Bilbo. We have lost our host, I fear. Yeah. He passed out. That wasn't in the movie. Will he do? Do you think, as soon as I clapped eyes on a little fellow, I had doubts? He looks more like a grocery than a burglar. Pardon me, you say, burglar, ? Yes, I was talking about you. Gandalf told us that this was a burglar in this house, looking for a job at once, and that he had arranged for a meeting here this Wednesday tea time. There is a mark on your door. The usual one in the trade, or used to be. Burglar wants a good job, plenty of excitement, and reasonable reward, sorry. Burglar, you say expert treasure hunter, or, if you like, it's all the same to us. Let's have more arrangements. If I say Master Burglar is a burglar he is, or will be when the time comes. There is a lot more in him than you guess, and a deal more than he has any idea of himself. This is actually the first time I read this book, by the way, people. Yeah, that much, and I got that much more to go. So, I'm gonna put this up in chapters, and if you guys like my reading, which you probably won't, but if you guys do, I'll probably read the whole book. I have another maybe 3 or 4 more pages, and then that's about it. This. You gotta love the kids upstairs. This map was made by Thoreau, their grandfather, Thorn. It was a plan of the mountain where the dragon Schmarg was piled up your ancestors' wealth and sleeps on it for a bed. There was a dragon marked in red on the mountain, and it will be easy enough to find him without that. If ever we arrive there. This hand points to a rune that makes a secret entrance, a hidden passage to the lower halls. It may have been secret once, but how do we know that it is a secret any longer? Old Smog has lived there long enough now to find out anything there is to know about the caves. Sorry. My hair's a bit of a mess right now. He may have, but he can't have used it for years and years. It is too small. 5 feet high, the door, and 3 may walk abreast. See the runes, but Smog could not creep into a hole that size. Currently not after devouring so many dwarves and men of Dale. It seems a great big hole to me. How could such a large I misread that. How could such a large door be kept secret? I should guess it as a closed door which has been made to look exactly like the side of the mountain. Also with the map went a key, a small and curious key. Here it is, Thorn. You must keep it safe. Indeed, I will. Now surprising, the burglar expert gives us some ideas of suggestions. First, I can't do a Hobbit accent. Sorry. First, I should look to know more about things. I mean about the gold and the dragon and all that. And how it got there. And how it belongs to. And so on and so forth. Long ago, my grandfather Thoros father was driven out of the fair north and came back with all their wealth and tools and this mountain. It had been discovered by We traded with the mortal man, with Del, and those who lived south along the running river. So many grandfathers' hills became full of armor and jewels and carvings and cups. It had been discovered by far ancestors train the old. But now they mined and they made huge holes, and a belief they found a good deal of gold and great many jewels too. I suppose book. I should skip that.
There's a lot of fucking reading.
Sorry. Undoubtedly, that was what brought the dragon. Dragons steal gold and jewels wherever they can find them. And the guard there plundered. Wait, hang on. And they guard their plunder as long as they live, which is particularly forever, because dragons live forever. And never enjoy it at all, because they just sleep on it like a bed. One day, an especially greedy, strong, and wicked worm called Smog came out of the north. Dale was ruined, and Smog drove us far from the mountain. And then the treasure of my ancestors was his own. I see now my father and grandfather must have escaped through the hidden side door. But I should like to know how Gandalf got hold of this map, and why it did not come to me, the rightful heir to the throne. I did not get hold of it. I was given it. Your grandfather, Thorir, was killed. You remember in the mines of Mori by Arzug and Goblin. And Thrain, your father, went away 100 years ago, has never been seen since. Well, your father gave me this to give to you. How you get there, I don't know, but I found him a prisoner in the dungeons of the necromancer. I tried to save him, but it was too late. He was witless and wandering, and had forgotten everything except the map and the key. A nasty, dangerous business it was, even if I, Gandalf, only just escaped. Well, I should say we got to go east and have a look around after all. There is the side door, and the dungeon must sleep sometime, I suppose. If you sit on the doorstep long enough, I dare say will think of something. I dare say, not dare say. I'm not much of a reader, by the way. This is like the most I've read in a long time. And I'm bending it. Oh no. I don't got wrinkles in it already. Yeah, I'm doing this for you guys. Okay. We will think of something, I suppose you mean. And it sits on the doorstep of burglar's job, not to speak of getting inside the door, I suppose. Then it is decided. We should reclaim our ancestors' treasures, which was stolen by the foul worm Smog. Far over the misty mountains, the dragons deep, and caverns old, we must away ere break our day, to claim our long forgotten gold. I can't sing, so I'm not gonna sing that. That was the song. That was the Misty Mountain. The next morning, when we awoke, Bilbo was really relieved to find the dwarfs had all gone on without him. And yet, in a way, he could not help feeling just a trifle disappointed. The feeling surprised him. Okay, guys. That's about it. My name is Bailey. My channel is Joanna, I suppose. And if you guys want me to finish this book, like and subscribe, obviously. I'm new to this, so give me a break. I hope you guys have a good evening.